What's going on, guys? It's Ed here from Geek, and I am with Mark Kelly from Inbound Revenue. Mark, what's going on?
All kinds of stuff. Ed, it's awesome to be with you.
Likewise, man. You know, we were chatting beforehand, and it dawned on us that I'd never actually interviewed you for the channel. So I figure, why not spend some time today with you? Just hear your backstory, hear about your business, hear how things are going, and just kind of shoot the shit and go from there. Sound good?
That sounds awesome.
Cool. All right. So talk to me about how you started your agency. When did it start? Kind of give me that origin story.
Okay, absolutely. Well, I was IT before I was marketing, and I actually started an e-commerce business in 2003, learned Google Ads for that e-commerce business. I picked up a couple of clients over the years. I think 2008, I picked up my first paying client. And in 2014, by that time I had made the full shift to marketing, was working in an agency, was about to get fired. And so I started piling up clients on the side. And so I stepped from working for that agency into launching Inbound Revenue. The idea at the time was to be a white label Google Ads agency. I had worked for some other agencies behind the scenes, and I thought this would be a great way to work without having to go out and do the sales and things like that. So that's what I did. I just said, I'm open. I took on some direct clients, some white label clients, anyone literally that would pay me to work. I did work for them. Yeah. And I had some, terrible clients, some great ones, but some absolutely terrible clients.
Awesome. All right. And talk to me about the e-com business. What were you selling? What was the product?
I was selling skin and hair care products. I started out actually selling art and carvings and things from Africa. And I added a couple of African-based skincare products on the website, and boom, those things started selling. And I realized, hey, people need to wash their hair and use soap more often than they need a piece of art. So we shifted over entirely to hair care, skincare, shea butter, things like that, soaps and stuff like that. And it went strong for quite a few years, and then the Amazon marketplace kind of killed off.
Got it. Okay. So talk to me about the early days in starting your agency. Were you using a CRM, or were you running things on like a spreadsheet? Talk to me about the softwares were you using. So just walk me through someone just starting the agency. What kind of infrastructure costs were you having on a monthly basis? Walk me through the early days.
Oh man, it was necessary to keep my infrastructure costs to a bare minimum. I know I was using Google Sheets. I think I started using something like FreshBooks for billing purposes, and I was using Google Ads interface. I remember investing a huge monthly expense of like $50 into Unbounce, and eventually into CallRail. But that sort of came later as our offerings coalesced a bit. And then, of course, I used various times. I chased a few, zigged and zagged. Chased a few shiny objects. People are like, can you do SEO? Sure, we can do SEO. And can you do Facebook? Sure. I just kept saying yes to things. But throughout that, the core of our revenue always stayed in Google Ads. So I had SEMrush for a while. I had some other tools like that. But I was definitely running on a very much of a budget.
Yeah. I mean, I remember early on, Rob would freak out about like a $300 CallRail bill, I don't.
Wouldn't you love to have a $300 CallRail bill? My
CallRail bill is probably 10 to 20 times that right now. So I would love that. Like early on, I think about the softwares we used early on. We had a Google Sheet for client list. I still use a Google Sheet for a client list, like a recurring payment client list, just so I have a pulse on the MRR, or the monthly recurring revenue. Early on, I used a Google Sheet for a CRM early on. We moved into Pipedrive. Simple. It's like $12 a month. Really good mobile-based CRM. CallRail. Reporting, we used a bunch of different reporting softwares, typically a couple bucks per report. And even to this day, I mean, I think our lean days kind of We never got really bloated with our expenses. We still try to keep our expenses as lean as possible. Our biggest expense now by a mile is payroll. All of our technical stuff, we like to keep it tight. You don't need a ton to operate an agency, specifically a Google Ads agency.